How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a public service announcement. That's right, everybody. A little bit of a public service announcement. Something that happened to me at Walmart yesterday. Well, by the time you see this, I don't know when it'll be, but it was on Sunday. So the wife and I were out, needed to pick up a few things, so we stopped by Walmart. She goes one direction, to the home decor, and I go the other direction, of course, to the toy aisle to look at the Hot Wheels, M2, stuff like that. So we were going to meet up a little later. Both had our phones in case we needed each other, and I'm sitting there. I went down to the end, as I always do in my videos, glancing, seeing if there's anything that I needed on the way down, and then on the way back I go slower, that way I can really pay attention. So I'm looking, nothing really. I get to the very end, stop and look through the Hot Wheels, and I know my wife is like 2 aisles down because I can lean over and see her down there at the end of the aisle. So I'm done with the Hot Wheels. I turn around to walk out of the aisle, and there's a woman with her buggy literally probably 8 inches off my back. And she's got a young daughter there. If I had to guess, I'd say 10 years old, but I don't know. And she said, "Excuse me, sir." So I'm like, No, that's fine. And I kept walking because, I thought I was in her way, and she was saying, "Excuse me." Nope. This woman follows me. So I go down to where the wife is, and they have that new Hot Wheels display, the glass cabinet with all the premiums in it. So my wife is literally right beside there. So I turn and I look at the Hot Wheels. The lady pulls up in front of me. And I look at her like, "What are you doing?" So she says, "Do you speak Ukrainian?" It was in my mind, it was in my mouth. I wanted to say, do I look like I speak Ukrainian? Plus, she's speaking English when she's asking me this. Well, anybody can teach you a single phrase for you to say when you're talking to people. But anyhow, I'm like, no. So then she proceeds to hand me her phone. I got to pull in the driveway. Hold on. And I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something, "Sorry to bother you, but do you have a minute for me to ask you a question?" And I looked at it, and I said, "You need to give this to her." And she turned and saw my wife standing there. You could see her expression change immediately. But she's cornered and trapped at this time. She had to either walk off or go over there and talk to my wife. So she hands the wife the phone. She's got the buggy behind her. She's got her kid pulled up tight beside her. She hands my wife the phone. My wife looks at it and she's like, "What's all that strange stuff down at the bottom?" Because what's on it is a translation app. And I said, "I think that's Ukrainian, but I don't know. I don't speak Ukrainian." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So she reads the top, same thing that it said when she handed it to me. My wife said, "Okay." So she gives the phone back. The woman talks into her phone real low. Hands the wife the phone back. Again, the buggy's behind her. Her kid's right beside her. Can't see the buggy. The kid is holding a very large plush teddy bear. This woman is standing there in really clean clothes. Fresh haircut, freshly washed hair, curled. Got black top with gray heather sweatpants on. New shoes, new cell phone. The daughter, I don't even know if it was her real daughter, had all brand new clothes on. You could tell she was clean cut and everything. But long story short, the wife read it, and she immediately, "No." And what it said was, please, sir, please, can you help me? Can you please help my child? Can you please pay for my goods. She was wanting me to pay for everything that was in her buggy. So that's why I got that written across my forehead. And I picked with the wife all night. I'm like, dang, guess I look like a sucker, huh? But anyhow, that's what's going on. They're going inside of Walmart now, playing a scam. You know, they always try to catch you outside. Please, sir, I'm trapped. My wife's pregnant. I'm just looking to get home and get a bus ticket. Can you help me with money? Well, you're in a car. Why do you need a bus ticket? You know, people don't think this thing all the way through. But she said she was Ukrainian, which, you know, you got the whole Ukrainian war thing going on with Russia. The whole Ukrainian thing with the poor girl that got stabbed in Charlotte, the next big city over. And yeah, it's just a mess. And for somebody to do something like that, I'm not saying anything bad, but we just feel like it was a scam because they were too clean. They had everything on them was new. It was just too obvious, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there. Be aware of people in the stores, not just Walmart. Be aware of people in the stores, because they're going to try to get you. It's something new every day. If they can't get you on the phone, they're going to try to get you in the parking lot. If they can't get you in the parking lot, they're going to get you in the store. So until next time, get out there and hunt. You don't hunt, you cannot find them. We'll see you in the next video.